Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. So, were you guys part of the premiere? Were you there for the live event that just wrapped up, or for the premiere that just wrapped up? Hello, V. Hello, Brenda. I see you made it over just fine. So, at the end of the premiere, is there is there a notification that there's a live event other than what I put in the chat? I don't see the premieres the way that other viewers see, and so I don't know. Do you get a notification? Hello, Bruno. Appreciate you joining us. I don't remember seeing your name before, but people do change their names here some. So it popped up on your screen, Taskmaster. Now I did see something pop up on the screen. There's two windows and then our logo. The logo, you click on that to subscribe, and the two windows are recommendations. But the notification is certainly interesting. Hello, Furry Lives Matter. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you here again. I always feel good. Yeah, the cruise was a wonderful time. Uh, it's a cool thing. Hello, Trish. Thanks for joining us. It's a wonderful thing on a cruise. You're in this concentrated community, and for the most part, Isabella, bye. Hmm. Thanks for joining us, Isabella. Uh, Lost it in the middle, but we did it. I thought glasses have to find him now, Taskmaster. Hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. Emotions do sneak in, don't they? So what I was saying about the cruise is that in a cruise environment, everyone gets along at a level that is impressive. And so, like I met this person on the cruise, and we started talking, and lo and behold, she was in recovery, and so that turned into a big conversation, and a very constructive and captivating kind of conversation. It was a cool thing, and she subscribes to our channel now, and I've heard from her a couple of times since then. Nux Sandwich. Hi, Nux. I remember seeing your name in in the chat before, and wondering. I I don't know you, right? We haven't met in person. I have a friend in Dallas who who makes brass knuckles. Oh wow, oh wow. V says, Are you talking about the oh wow meeting someone in recovery? Yeah, and a funny thing, it just turned into a very open conversation, much like the interviews. Yeah, it was cool. It was a nice thing. Alabama, that's right. Your first name is actually Knuckles. Your first name is Knuckles. Okay. You catch any grief for that? Maybe a little bit. I don't. I don't know. There's. It seems like there's some opportunities for jokes there. Maybe it's just me. No, my last name is. Okay. Okay. That's a little different. Because I saw first name. I don't know why I saw first name. Anyway, so Isabella, thank you for your comment. Have you joined us before? Have you been in one of these live events before? Have we talked before? I don't I don't remember the name, but I do see quite a few names. So I want to let all of you know we will be shooting stories at the end of this month in Florida. We'll be shooting in Pensacola, Jacksonville, and Cocoa Beach. Thank you, Nux. Okay, that is awesome. That is very grateful for that. Okay, for the members that are here, did you guys notice that today we had the story that was premiering today? It was available to you members a couple of hours earlier. Did y'all notice that? Is that seem like a good thing? Thank you, V. Thank you very much. Very, very grateful for all of that. That's wonderful. It's a great thing. Yes, I did know. And so, what do you think of that? Is that a good thing? It kind of seems like it's a good way to let. In fact, I got to change the wording on it now. But it kind of seems like a good way to go about. Oops. Okay, sorry. Kind of seems like a good way to give members an extra little perk by making the premiering story. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. Isabella. Okay. And so where are you located, Isabella? Are you in the United States? Are you somewhere else? Like if you said, I forgot. The the membership thing is it's a really touching thing to me, and it does help. It helps to have that little bit of extra that we can count on because we do these series and we have no funding source of any kind other than the revenue that comes from YouTube, and so which is a wonderful thing because we have no accountability to anyone other than the storyteller and the audience. But it also makes it an extra challenge. It means everything here is self-funded, and so there's a kind of a delicate balance to it all. Holy cow! Love no more than to see every name in green. Oh, funny thing, that's the first time I noticed the green thing. Uh, so, but for members, we're always looking for ideas. So my point about it being self-funded is That's not how the company ever worked before we started doing the fentanyl series, and then the addiction series and human trafficking. Before we got into those, this was never an option, but things took off. So we're really in a sweet spot because we don't have any accountability. We're not dealing with lawyers or clients or a room full of clients who have different ideas about what the what the what the what the content should be. Hello, Vicky. Thank you so much for joining us. You normally talk about what? Yeah, you got to. I could use a little more detail on that question. Normally, the production stuff that we normally do. Well, Texas Pictures has been in business for since 2007, so you can do the math. We have an anniversary coming up, and we most of that time has been producing industrial and corporate kind of productions, training and safety videos, and business to business kind of promotional videos, and then occasionally some sort of documentary. We've done several documentaries for the Houston Police Department about impaired driving, and we made some public service announcements for the city of Houston about family violence, about traffic safety. A tip jar anywhere. Yeah, that's normally what we talk about on the chat. We talk about it. We just had a premiere, so sometimes we'll be talking about the content of the premiere, or people will have questions for the storyteller if the storyteller is with us in the premiere. And I believe that Anna is. She was on the premiere, and I'm hoping she made it over to the live chat. So Vicky, you binge watch the series. Thank you for the awareness and helping others. Thank you, Vicky. I feel very grateful to get to do this kind of work and have a solution for doing this kind of work that is sustainable. And so we're in a real sweet spot. Okay, Knuckles. A tip jar. I don't know how to do that. A tip jar. That's kind of sounds like a cool idea. But yeah. Chelsea Goldsmith, thanks for joining us. Good to see you here again. And remind me, where are you located, Chelsea? We talk about illicit fentanyl deaths. We want to support those grieving and bring awareness to all. Certainly. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, we do. We do talk about that. We talk about Aztec, New Mexico. We were just shooting in New Mexico, right? Were you there? Just to support it. Madison, okay, was okay. Very cool. We will probably be passing through New Mexico again sometime fairly soon. And probably going back to Arizona. We're probably going to wind up shooting stories in Los Angeles later on in the year. which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool going to LA for stories when. Uh, no, Nux. It's my fault. I'm not with it like you kids today. So, uh, we've had several inquiries from Los Angeles and San Diego, San Francisco, and Portland, Oregon. Yeah, yeah, I am quite a few years ahead of you, Knox. So, yeah, okay. Sorry, I Chelsea trying to stay loud. That's a cool expression. So share a little bit about what that means to you. Yeah, I think it would be cool to have some of you folks on live. Just got to sort out a smooth way to make that happen. We can do it through Google Meet and stream Google Meet directly to YouTube, but it's kind of weird. Anyone in North Carolina yet? We have, we have, we shot stories in Brevard, North Carolina. Does that sound right? Out and loud is how you're doing recovery. That's good. Vicky, right? Brevard, North Carolina. There's a that's we shot stories in Brevard. I believe 6 or 7 stories in Brevard. We shot one day. It was on a really big road trip that took us through Kansas and Missouri, as far as Sandusky, Ohio, and then Pittsburgh, and then down through Virginia and North Carolina and Taskmaster, peace and quiet. We all have our little peace and quiet sanctuaries, I think. What part of North Carolina, Vicky? I'm having Glenn out this way in the future in Norfolk. That's correct. That's correct. Pat is working on setting up an event for us to return to Virginia, to Norfolk, and to shoot more stories when we're there. We've shot stories in Virginia twice already. We've shot in Richmond and we've shot in Roanoke. And uh, just because we're shooting in Richmond doesn't mean all the storytellers have to come from Richmond or from wherever. So so like we've had a story from we have a couple of stories from Tennessee, but we haven't shot any stories in Tennessee. We shot some in Kentucky when people drove in, and happens that way a lot. So we try to pick spaces that are places that are good hubs where people from surrounding areas can come in and share their story if they want to. Anyone who wants to share a story should join our private Facebook group called Texas Picture Storytellers. It is made up primarily of people who have shared their stories with us and people who want to. And so the only way to get into the group is by invitation. So if you find me on Facebook, friend me, and then message me, I can invite you that way, and that always gets you in. I can also send you a link. V, you tried doing stream, it failed. I don't know how to do it. What did I miss about that? Yeah, no, 'cause I was reading your message, and yeah, I think one of the great values of having a supportive friend, having a sponsor, having someone that you're kind of accountable to is just that you're accountable. That if you relapse, you're letting someone else down. So I've thought there might be a way to follow someone's progress in recovery here on our channel, some kind of way that is reasonable and respectful and honors what they're trying to do, but creates this this extended support group like what we have here with the people that are part of the group here. Seems like that could work. I refuse to be anonymous, knowing silence is deadly. Yes, silence is deadly. In fact, there's a story there's a story that we're working on right now about domestic violence. And one of the key takeaways from the story from this storyteller uh, who talks about her ex-husband is she says, tell everyone. In the recovery world, telling other people amplifies your commitment. In the domestic violence world, telling everyone increases awareness and limits what the abuser can get away with. So it's a telling people is always gold. Being open is always gold. Everybody grows when someone shares stuff. When someone shares a story or someone just shares one little experience or whatever, everybody learns from that. And so if you don't share it, you're kind of cheating the people that are around you, I think. Sorry, okay, let me catch up. I just went off on a tangent there, I know. Chelsea Agar, I refuse to be anonymous, knowing silence is deadly. Yes. If you want to do a road trip, yeah, make it a road trip. You know, when we do these storytelling summits, usually we also do a dinner, usually on the last night, and I bet I could show it to you. But maybe we'll see. So, okay. So, short-term goal is to be known as that crazy fentanyl lady in my hometown. Good job, Brenda. Be the crazy fentanyl lady. We have a couple of crazy fentanyl ladies in their hometowns in our Facebook group, and they make things happen. It's that's really key, is to make noise, is to be a nuisance, is to make it easier for the school district or the police department or whoever is being difficult. Make it easier for them to just do it, to just do what's important rather than ignoring it and hoping it'll go away. I didn't do that right. Sorry, my mistake here. I got this. Trying to get some new we're using some new streaming software that makes it possible for us to kind of switch back and forth. And there we go. So there we go. So here's after when we do these storytelling summits at the end of the last day, typically we'll have a dinner. And so here's one of the dinners. This dinner was actually a second get together later when we passed through. This was in Dallas, and when we passed through Dallas again, we just got together with everybody in who could make it in Dallas, just because it's a good happy thing when people get together. Did it again. I can show you one of the most recent. Oops. This was a dinner in New Mexico just a couple of months ago now. With a whole bunch of storytellers, and also my daughter-in-law, or my stepdaughter and son-in-law. Funny, I just got a message here from the from one of our storytellers, and so I'm hoping she can join us. V, beautiful pics, thank you. Yeah, I these groups coming together, it's some real there's some real magic to that. To watch the way these people who have lost so much in terms of the whole fentanyl thing, and they still manage to find laughter. Sitting around the table, looking at the group, sitting around the table. This was while we were waiting for our dinners, and there's smiles there, and I'm pretty sure just about everyone in the picture cried earlier that day. So let me see what I'm missing here, folks, because I think I'm behind with the messages that we have here. Vicky says she's glad we're putting out stories on domestic violence. The short-term goal of crazy, yeah. Yeah, domestic violence is one of those topics that we've actually been talking with an organization here in the Houston area about how best to approach that. And there we go. And And so I hope to have the story ready to go public. We'll do another premiere, maybe even make a trailer or something to kind of really build some anticipation because it's so important that the topic gets a lot of attention so that we get more similar stories. Anyway, I use any and all tactics to spread the awareness. Brenda, you ever give presentations in schools? There's some pretty creative tactics out there to get out. I know some people who give presentations in schools who will get on Snapchat and use Snapchat to show school administrators where all the drugs are right around the school, and that works pretty well. Let me catch up. I never gave my brother money for his addiction, but I loved him. I was the only person that would listen to him. Hmm. Yeah, it's a tough spot. You gotta. I don't know. There's not a you gotta really, other than you got to pay attention. You got to give every decision some thought. Is that how best to help the person who is struggling? But how you help them is going to vary from person to person and vary from day to day. So there's no good simple answers. Thank you, Isabella. Such kind words. Knox, sounding like you and your brother had a beautiful relationship. Have you thought of sharing the story in rehabs or treatment centers in your area? Yeah, good idea. Bruno, I use morphine, and Ultram. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Accident compressed C5, C6, column, and I had to study sitting 10 hours per day, graduated in law school, and studying to be a judge in Brazil. Well, good job. What an awesome story. That's a victory, Bruno. That is to be a judge. Wow. It's starting to spread there, Isabella. Yeah, it's a crisis everywhere, and it's not getting the attention that it should. So what else? I think some of the people in the group are people who are activists in one way or another. Hmm. Things just show up on my desk. Brenda, you read prescriptions upside down? Hmm. Okay. If there's any if there's any questions, there's any questions that I missed, please let me know. Just repeat them. Sometimes I start rambling on, and some of the comments in the comment section get by me. Just happens. Intense pain make us do miracles to win it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think when you deal with stuff like that, when you deal with things like that, it's really one of those motivators that as you have small victories dealing with the pain, it shows you that you're capable of more than you thought, and you keep going and going and going. I think. I must quit. When the group will be in chat next? Probably. I understand. I understand, Brenda. That makes sense now. I'm a little slow. So, Isabella, probably the next time will be Monday, somewhere around 5 or 6. Well, no, 4 or 5 in the evening Central Time. We try to release a new story every other day, and probably will be live after the story. So that's the likely time. We don't have a firm schedule. There is so much going on all the time that it's hard to really be specific, but we do try to get an announcement out far enough in advance that people who want to can kind of plan for when it's going to be happening, and they can kind of put it in their schedule. It's huh, it's a little tricky. Active addiction took me to hell over and over again. I climbed out just in time. That's for sure. That's a good one, Bruno. You only miss your health when you no longer have it. I have thank Glenn, thanks to hubby calling, sending. Well, you tell hubby Glenn said, shut up. All right. So I'm deaf in one ear. I treat it like not a very big deal, but it's not just that it doesn't hear. It screams. There's this tinnitus going on in my ear all the time, and it's as loud as a typical conversation. It is vocal level. So not only does the ear not hear, it actually makes noise that drowns out things that I would otherwise hear with the good ear. And I've dealt with this for 17 years. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We have okay, Taskmaster. I'll get back to that in a minute. We do have a Cash App. Uh, uh, let me just see if I can get the specs on it. Uh, it'll just working on it, but So this ear not working, there's things that people who hear with both ears just never realize. I was not long after this ear started creating a problem. I was standing I was in a building waiting for an elevator, standing around this bank of elevators. And when the elevator arrives, there's that ding. And when I heard the ding, I realized I had no clue what direction the ding came from, and that there was no ability to tell the direction of sound anymore. So if I'm walking through a department store and someone I don't see says, "Hey, Glenn," I don't have a clue where to look. If a car honks at me in traffic, doesn't happen often, but if a car honks at me in traffic, I don't know where the honk is coming from. That directional thing, not having that is tough. It's frustrating. Okay, so sometimes drugs save our lives. That's right. Nux, I'm working on it. Taskmaster, I'm a musician, so I've had my fair share of ringing, but no official tinnitus. So far, I know enough to know it's a lot worse than people imagine. Yeah, yeah. I still believe it's just going to go away one day. You have to. Nux, I wanted to let you know my family tree is not with addiction. Rot with addiction. Okay, I understand. I also share this part of the story because society acts like it's no big deal. I call BS. Yeah, it is a big deal. Oh, gosh, you just tell me. What is this? Okay, I'm trying to. All right, so am I dare to dream? You're talking to me, aren't you? Next, I want to let you know the family tree is rot with addiction and alcoholism. You call BS. Yeah, it is. The only way my husband has described it is sounds like locust in his ear sometimes. Yeah, there's a little pressure too. I've had surgery on it, and that stopped. I had Meniere's disease, which is an inner ear balance thing. It causes these terrible vertigo attacks, and I had surgery for that, and that fixed that. But didn't stop the ringing. I was a square till I was 42. All these years we spent juggling extra kids because one of both parents in rehab. But getting them out of jail, life was busy, but it was love. Yeah, of course it was love. That on Venmo. Okay. Okay, Nux. So you asked about a place where on Venmo you can use my name, Glenn Muse, one word, And I don't know what else to tell you. But I can show you. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put that in front of my face, and maybe that'll help. Look, that's you can't really see it, can you? Okay, it's a nice idea. Glenn Muse at Texas Pictures, Venmo. Oh, look at here. Okay, so if you okay, a bu- an ugly water bug ear on cruise. Yeah, sure. Huey from Huey Lewis in the News. Yeah, he has. He did. He has been years. Doesn't go away, but the attacks stopped for me, and the attacks were brutal. The attacks would go 90 minutes or more, and you know, and the world just spins any direction. It's so severe you can't walk, and you get motion sick. You start throwing up, and it's terrible. And when it's over, you're exhausted for the rest of the day. And I was getting those attacks every day, and then had the surgery, and that stopped it. No, tell my husband, let's any doc put opiates in, I shall haunt him forever. See, that's good. That's good, Brenda. Until the age of 40, flows healthy and Brenda Miller. Okay, so I am in getting the information about the tip jar thing, and uh, uh, okay, well, anyway, gee, sorry, looking at emails. So on Venmo, my name is. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I don't really have. See, I have this thing on my phone, but everything else is happening on my computer, so I have to transfer it from phone to computer. So I am doing that now. And mm, there we go. So now I believe I can show it to you. Mm-mm-mm. Almost there. Almost there. Sorry. There it is. All right. I'm afraid of water, so on a cruise I will never go. Fish food. No, no. Uh, the lives always get derailed. There is no rail. They are. They tend to be just all over the road. So no big deal. And so I am just getting there because this is really something we get asked about a lot, and so I feel like oh come on, I'm looking for it. I'm almost there. I'm pretty sure. Wow, there it is. Okay. All right. So we just got our we just got our permit. Permit? I'm afraid of what permit. Permit? What do you mean permit? I can't find the name. Look. Okay, hold on. There it is. How's that, Max? It ought to be there. Look at that with the logo and everything. See, that's my that's my wonderful wife behind the scenes. Just doing her thing and making things happen and invisible. It's wonderful. So, driver's permit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I understand now. I get you. I understand. So, how did that work, Knox? Did that work out for you? I hope. And for anyone else, you can find us on Venmo under my name, Glenn Muse, GLEN with one N, MUSE, like museum. And we're always grateful for any kind of support. But uh, I'm not. I'm not asking. Good. Grateful. Either way. Living with drugs to keep alive and kicking is no life at all. I need those drugs, and almost 10 years after an accident, three surgeries, after I live craziness, love, and hate those drugs and all. But living with drugs to keep alive is no life at all. Well, come on, Bruno. It, it seems to me like you're a screaming example of that that it can be. You're studying to be a judge? Of my phone number? Uh, the last four of my phone number is 3374. And if that doesn't work, there's our main number, which is 713 384 8108. So as the main number is on on our website, and we are going to update our website very soon. Just hasn't happened yet. We've been kind of busy, between. Well, thank you, Nicole. It just showed up. Okay, so uh, thank you very much. So I just totally forgot what I was saying, but yes, we're going to update our website. Our website still has remnants of content that relates to the industrial kind of production work we used to do a lot of, and we need to update it. I'm guessing it's because I had to download Venmo. Sorry for the hassle. Well, I'm sorry. Uh, appreciate you making the effort. That was wonderful. Uh, appreciate all you guys. I think we're about to the point where it's time to wrap it up for this edition. Is there any other last questions that any other final questions that anyone would like to share, ask, whatever. So again, Florida in just a couple of weeks, I believe. Pensacola, Jacksonville, and Cocoa Beach. And I know that sometime relatively soon after that, we're likely to be in Massachusetts. And after that, probably Detroit. Clearly, Nux, you do appreciate a comfortable place to be. And I appreciate you being here. Appreciate all of you being here. It's really wonderful to have this group come together, uh, sometimes with very little notice, and it's very cool. So we're going to be on the road kind of often, just like last year. And we are, if anyone has any insight on domestic violence related stories, we'd like to hear. We'd like to hear about it. We'd like to hear from people who have stories that they want to share. I saw it with Gene Hackman days before, and his wife, she understood. Yeah, the Gene Hackman thing, that's peculiar. Anyway, but it is time to wrap it up. I'm going to make it to Cocoa Beach on the 18th to tell my fiance's story. Awesome, Leah. Glad you'll be joining us. If we're ever in an area where you guys are, where it's convenient for any of you guys to come by, you can. Please feel free. You don't have to share a story. You're welcome to just stop by and have a look at how we work and at how the stories develop. Love to remember every single moment of happiness. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Congrats to all for another day sober. Absolutely. That is gold. And we're all here for you guys. So, but we're gonna wrap it up for now. So until next time, we'll talk to you Talk to you soon. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Thank you again for being here. Thank you, Nux. And we'll see you again in a couple of days. Thanks a lot. I'm really grateful for you guys.